a very good fight for Pernell. He's fighting and he wants to fight. Good left hand. Good straight left hand by Pernell.
Well, he's done the same thing against tough opponents before.
Well, now he's on a new program, Pernell Whitaker is, with weights. And I really can't tell if it's making that much of a difference because he's yet to land a big punch on Azumah Nelson to make Azumah Nelson buckle. Azumah Nelson has a pretty good chin, too, so that may be the reason.
Nelson has been down only against Salvador Sanchez in his entire career. 33 fights. Whitaker was knocked down by Rafael Williams early in his career and then later by Roger Mayweather when Mayweather was infuriated after Whitaker pulled his shorts down. Mayweather's a big puncher. You don't have to be embarrassed by going down against him.
Listen, man. No more around like this, okay? Fight! Motherfucker, fight! Okay? You don't fight out. Only kind like stupid. You understand more intelligent like this man. What happened with you, man? So I did this like motherfucker, Azumah. You waited all that you like for this time, okay? No missing this time, Azumah. Fight! This man come down, you sit down too. Listen to me. Give me the water. Listen to me. Fight! You don't got a blow, man? Let's go. The man sit down, you sit down too. The man put you full price. Let's go. It's a fucking disco dance, man. You're the champion. Let's go.
You know, sometimes this work as a negative to a fight. You hear this kind of stuff. I mean, sometimes it's a positive, but this time I believe it's a negative because you saw the expression on Azumah Nelson's face.
And as Larry made the point a round ago, it's not as if he isn't trying.
But at least he knows what his trainer thinks about what's going on.
No secrets. It's one of those no secrets relationships. That was Jose Buffalo Martin. For a time in his career, trained Julio Cesar Chavez. He's had his hands on two of the greatest in the sport. Left and a right, solid from Whitaker. Following up. Very little that Nelson can do against that kind of hand speed and instinct.
And again, it becomes a negative from this corner's instructions and demands the fact that he gets a little too careless with Azumah Nelson.
Good body shot from Nelson. Slowed Whitaker for just a second. Pernell comes back with body shots of his own.
See, this happens all the time with the southpaw. You can't maintain your balance. It's tough to maintain your balance because the guy's doing everything from the other side.
Good job. You got two hands free.
Now all Pernell needs to do is step to the side and drop a left hand. Pivot to the left side, drop a left hand. Try to counter there.
Early in his career, Pernell Whitaker was up on his toes and his punches were insubstantial. That's not true anymore.
No, in fact, he's getting a lot of leverage behind his punches, settled down, and again, he's becoming much more of a complete boxer and puncher.
Right hand made the sweat fly off of Nelson's skull. Left to the body. Whitaker comes at you from all angles. Countering effectively against just about everything Nelson throws.
Jimmy hit it right on the head. Whitaker comes at you from all angles. He throws shots to the butt, to the left side, the right side, up the middle. He is so quick, he gets away with so much because of his hand speed. And he just those shoulders so well.
Oh, hey! Hey! Don't grab my leg. Come on.
the water. Put the water in the face. Put the water in the hand.
Now listen,
Give me a hand.
now you see how you're handling him now? Now look. That's the guy can do. The guy's going downhill. He's going downhill now. I want you to just...
Lean on that bell.
All right, there is a straight left hand by Whitaker. And what's impressive about Ray, is he's using his quickness now to get into good punching position.
You see him coming now. Get on him. And keep your hands busy.
Keep those hands up, baby, and those ribs you can't miss.
Now look, now's the time. Use it ready. You're stealing with the big.
We're halfway through this fight, which reminds me, gentlemen, of a story that Whitaker told us yesterday, that when he went to college at Norfolk State for a semester, he took a course in accounting. And after the mid-semester exam, which he got a C, he quit the course. He thought it was all over. He cut it short. But right here, he knows he's only midway through the 12th round.
Even if it wasn't true, it's the way a lot of us felt about accounting, right? He would be good enough for me.
Right, he figured out, he found a profession where someone else could do his taxes.
Azumah Nelson's coming on now.
Nelson landed a left hand that backed Whitaker up.
This may be all he needed to get into the fight. Good right hand
landed by Nelson. And suddenly Whitaker is not throwing back. Now here he comes.
Azumah's turned this into a street fight, which he should have been doing earlier.
Whitaker again grabs Nelson under the thigh. Mills Lane has told him he doesn't like that. See how much energy for this renewed assault Nelson has.
That's a chant, zoom, zoom, from the Ghanaians who are here rooting for their champion.
It was the first chance they've had to chant anything in this bout other than, oh no.
Azumah now is starting to land some right hands. Not big right hands, but he's starting to find his target.
Complexion of the bout has changed slightly. And it's worth noting that Pernell Whitaker has never knocked anyone out beyond round 6. Azumah Nelson has worn down several opponents and knocked them out in the later rounds.
This is an incredible pace here. This is more so in the favor of Azumah Nelson. Because now he can land his big shots.
Chopping away. And now Whitaker dropping his hands a bit inside and giving Nelson a chance to land the left hook.
The reason that Pernell Whitaker is tying his man up is to get a breather here.
Best round of the fight by far for Azumah Nelson.
And you have to love Azumah Nelson for the effort he's giving us and giving himself.
And incidentally, gentlemen, we want to remind our viewers that World Championship Boxing continues next month on HBO with a heavyweight doubleheader. Mike Tyson making his return to the ring after his shocking loss to Buster Douglas will face Henry Tillman, who twice defeated Tyson when they were amateurs. Also fighting George Foreman. Since coming out of retirement, he's won 21 fights and lost none. His opponent, Jose Adelson Rodriguez, probably the toughest number on Foreman's dance card since his return to the ring. So be sure to join us June 16th for a live doubleheader featuring two of the biggest names in boxing today, Mike Tyson and George Foreman. That'll be right here in Las Vegas.
All right, let's take a look at those big punches landed in this round. The first one by Nelson, there it is. A right followed by a left drove Whitaker back, but he was well within himself.
Mills Lane giving Whitaker a little extra time to get out of his corner as round 8 begins. And Nelson picks up where he left off in round 7.
That Azumah Nelson's picked the tempo of the fight up, which he should have been doing in the earlier rounds, because that would have made the difference by now. You would have seen some results, but it's kind of a little too late. Although if he's able to land a big punch and turn the tables, something might happen.